Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and I'm here as a Fetty friend, and today we're going to be creating this sentiment shaker. I'm going to be using the Magical Days stamp set and focusing on the dragon image, and I do want to double stamp this. So if you've seen any of my recent videos, you've seen I've been actually stamping and then restamping after I've coloured to give that nice crisp outline, and the mist is a great tool to use for this. I've also grabbed this trio of cupcakes, and it's from the Lift Me Up set, which is an older set, and I just masked one of those off because I just wanted two cupcakes on top of each other, and you'll see why a little bit later on. Alright, I'm doing some Prismacolor pencil colouring today, and it's been a while since I've used my Prismacolors, so I feel a little bit rusty. So I've actually got a few cards coming up in the near future where I'll be using them again and just getting my head around them a little bit more. So I'll leave you with the colouring and I'll be back when all of that is done. Oh, as usual, all the pencil colours that I've used will be at my blog, and the link will be in the description below. Alright, so like I said, I do restamp my images at the moment, and I think it really does make a difference to the outline that it gives you, and I'm not very good at redrawing an outline afterwards. I don't have the confidence to do that with like a Copic marker or something, so I think this is a lot safer option for me anyway. Although sometimes I will draw the eyes in, but that's as daredevilish as I get. Alright, this set is called Sentiment Essentials, and it's a perfect set to create a sentiment shaker card because it has a matching set of dies. So what I thought of, originally I was going to pop the sentiment up, and then I just had this epiphany and I thought, oh, it would be so cool, because I was playing with the pearlies the other day and I just liked the way that they shook. Anyway, I liked the way they were in the shaker card, and so then I thought this would be a really fun way to create a shaker sentiment. So I just used the packaging there to line up where to center the sentiment, and then lined it up. This is a panel that's just cut smaller than the front of my card. And then what I'm going to do is actually stamp out the happy birthday sentiment in some black ink on a separate piece of cardstock. And this is just going to help me line up my sentiment a bit easier afterwards, and I'll show you that a little bit later on. So I want this dragon to be blowing the candle out, and I've just sort of set him on the card front where he's going to be, and I'm just drawing a pencil line for a puff of smoke. And then I can come in with my Copic multi-line. I'm not doing anything fancy here, it's just a few half circles and 3 little lines, and that's it. Anyone can do this. So then I'll just just erased my lines with the eraser, obviously, and then came in and added just some grey with the Prismacolor pencils, just to make it look a little bit more smoky. I thought a starry background would be a bit of fun, and I didn't want them to be black, and I wasn't going to put as many as I did in there, but I got a bit carried away. So I'm using a grey ink on these, and this small star has come from the Unicorn Wishes set. There is a star in the Magical Day set, it's just a bit bigger than this one, and I just wanted the smallest star I could find. I'm adding some acetate behind the window where I've already die cut the word sentiment from, and then I've also popped that up, or popped some fun foam up behind that with some score tape already around the edges, although I haven't taken the release paper off yet. And here's the pearlies again, and this time I thought I would mix up a few different colours because there's 8 different colours in the set. They're called bright pearlies, and they're sort of all the rainbow colours. So I've got some purples, blues and greens which work perfectly with this card design. And then I can just remove the adhesive and pop the acetate sheet on the back of this. And that's just going to seal this shaker well and help me line everything up without losing the shaker elements all over the table. Okay, so I've added some more score tape, and the reason I did the sentiment separate on a piece of cardstock is now I can line that up with the adhesive I put around the back and hold them together. It means I didn't have to try and make sure it's in that perfect spot on the front of my card. I'm adding some more adhesive to the back of that, and then I can actually adhere the whole panel to the front of my top fold card. Just helps make things easier. Alright, so I thought I just wanted to adhere the dragon and the cupcake straight to the front of the card, and I did originally do this, but I will come back and change it in a minute, you'll see. I decided to pop them up just with some 1mm foam tape, and then I decided to colour in the little stars that I'd stamped around, and I just used the same 3 colours that I used in the shaker well and on the dragon and on the cupcakes, and these are just the Prismacolors that I used to colour the elements earlier. And then I did add a little bit of shine with the Crystal Clear Spectrum Noir pen. So like I said, I wasn't really happy. It just looked like the dragon was floating in midair, which was fine. I was originally fine with it. It just wasn't working for me. So I've got another one of the sentiment die cuts, and I'm going to partially die cut some bright green cardstock to create my own grass. So I'm just using my trimmer to cut that down, and then I can add some adhesive to the back of that. I've pulled off my elements off the front of the card. I can adhere my grass down and then pop my little cupcake and dragon back on top. And that's my finished card. Thanks for joining me as Fetty Friend for Reverse Confetti. I've had a blast making this card and playing with their fabulous products. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to shake it, because that's what we do. See ya.